Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday, and we've almost made it through the end of the week, which is a good thing. I hope everybody's doing good this morning. I am going to be reading from my blog on Psalm 16, and it is called My Portion in Pleasant Places. And the synopsis is God has given me his portion, his path, and his presence. What more do I need? And Psalm 16 says, Keep me safe, my God, for in you I take refuge. I say to the Lord, You are my Lord. Apart from you I have no good thing. I say of the holy people who are in the land, They are the noble ones, in whom is all my delight. Those who run after other gods will suffer more and more. I will not pour out libations of blood to such gods, or take up their names on my lips. Lord, you alone are my portion and my cup. You make my lot secure. The boundary lines have fallen for me in pleasant places. Surely I have a delightful inheritance. I will praise the Lord who counsels me. Even at night, my heart instructs me. I keep my eyes always on the Lord. With him at my right hand, I will not be shaken. Therefore, my heart is glad and my tongue rejoices. My body also will rest secure, because you will not abandon me to the realm of the dead, nor will you let your faithful one see decay. You make known to me the path of life. You will fill me with joy in your presence, with eternal pleasures at your right hand. In thinking about this psalm, a couple of things stand out. The first is how much I have always loved verses 5 and 6, which say, Lord, you alone are my portion and my cup. You make my lot secure. The boundary lines have fallen for me in pleasant places. Surely I have a delightful inheritance. And also verse 11. You make known to me the path of life. You will fill me with joy in your presence, with eternal pleasures at your right hand. When I think of the phrase, Lord, you are my portion, I immediately think of the song, You Are My Portion by Daryl Evans. There was a time when this song was everything to me. I was in college, and the biggest trouble I had was finding a boyfriend. I see now that the desperate emptiness I had inside was more about my need for God. But even without realizing that, this song drove me right to the feet of Jesus every time. I can see myself as I was at that time, with all my shame and my insecurities, longing for acceptance and belonging. These words to this song gave me a reprieve from the constant internal scrambling. And then these are the words to the song. My everything, you meet my every need. You cover me and make me be at peace. Though I may not wear the garments of princes, you are my portion. For you clothe me in your righteousness. You are my portion. Though I may not sit at the table of kings, you are my portion. For you feed me from the abundance of your hand. You are my portion. You are my portion, Lord. And then my blog goes on to say, excuse me, there's so much more here that I'm just now learning about. Trusting, letting go, letting God be all that I need, and maybe, more importantly, letting God decide what it is that I need. Instead of deciding for myself and others what's needed, then letting God in on the plan with the expectation that he'll do it just because I ask him to. He is my portion. He is the contents of the portion, and he determines the size of the portion. He is my fulfillment when the portion... Let me just start over. He is my fulfillment when the portion appears lacking. And what about tomorrow's portion? I'm always worried about that too. I can trust him with that also. Everything I need for tomorrow will already be waiting for me when tomorrow becomes today. He is my portion and my cup. He makes my lot secure. A secure lot. I'm picturing a truck bed filled to overflowing with loose pieces of junk. Every bump the truck hits, bits of junk go flying everywhere. But if you're transporting something valuable, you secure it. That's how I see my life now. I've spent too many years losing all my bits every time I'd hit a bump in the road. And I always seem to hit every bump out there, even the ones I'd only imagined. But now my lot is secure, tied down and buttoned up. I will get from one place to the next in one piece. The boundary lines I find myself in these days have fallen in pleasant places. This doesn't mean trouble doesn't come, but I'm no longer wandering aimlessly, lost and directionless. I've surrendered to where God is leading, and staying within the confines of his boundaries brings me security. God makes known to me the path of life. The path has always been there, but I was determined to go my own way and do it my own way, then couldn't understand the constant depression and anxiety. The unpleasant places I kept wandering into. My boundary lines have truly fallen in pleasant places as I see the path of life stretch out before me. I've walked too many other paths that only lead to destruction and despair. I will gladly accept the boundaries laid out for me, knowing I will be filled with joy as I walk in God's presence. He has given me his portion, his path, and his presence. What more do I need? So that is my blog on Psalm 16. And I hope that that was encouraging or helpful to you. And like I say in every video, if you're struggling with something that either I've talked about or not, I would encourage you to reach out and just ask someone for help, ask for prayer, ask someone if you can, share whatever you're going through, because whatever the struggle is, you definitely do not have to go through it alone. And I hope that everyone has a good Thursday today. And I will be back tomorrow with my blog on Psalm 17. So I will talk to you guys then. Have a good day. Bye-bye.